Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to RoboticQA Academy. So today we are going to discuss about what is Playwright and introduction and its core feature. Okay, so we'll go into the detail, so don't miss the video. So we'll talk about like what is Playwright, what's its features and everything. So if you are like new to automation, even you don't know any automation tool, you will be able to understand what is a Playwright. Or if you are already know Selenium or other tool, so and you want to learn now Playwright, you will understand what is a Playwright. So all we will see it here. Okay, so let's start with the very basic things. What is a Playwright? Okay, so Playwright is a test automation library. Okay, it is a test automation library and it is an open source project developed by the Microsoft. Okay, so what is meant by open source here? Like it is freely available. You don't need to purchase it from Microsoft or like pay anything to the company like Microsoft. Okay, you can simply go to the Playwright website. So if you see on my screen, playwright.dev, and from here you can download this Playwright libraries. Okay, so you will think, okay, how we will use this Playwright, what actually it is. Okay, so if you see here, okay, so we have Node.js, Python, Java, .NET. Okay, these are the like different programming language, right? So if you know JavaScript, TypeScript, which run on top of Node.js. Okay, so Node.js, that means it support Playwright support, or Playwright is available in JavaScript and TypeScript, means you can write a coding in that language to work with a Playwright, or Python. Okay, so this Playwright coding you can write in a Python also using this Playwright libraries, even in Java also and .NET also. Okay, I hope it is clear. So now okay, what it can do, what Playwright can do, it is used by testers and even developers also. Okay, people think it is just for automation testing, but developers also you can use this to automate some UI part. Okay, so using Playwright you can automate web application. Okay, web application means, let's take example Amazon.com, Facebook. Okay, then there are lots of websites, right? You can automate anything. So in companies will have different kind of web application. So the web application can be developed in different language like React, or even there are lots of new frameworks are coming tomorrow again, and it may change also. Okay, technology keep changing, right? But if it is UI or web application, you can automate using the Playwright. Okay, so it should have like DOM structure. If you should be able to inspect that application. Okay, so what it can do, let's say I want to log into the Amazon.com, search for product, and I want to check out. I want to verify, okay, that product is added, and I'm able to check out or not, and do the payment, everything. Okay, so that's what like generally user perform the actions, right? On, let's say I'm shopping on the Amazon. So to test these features manually, okay, it may take time, right? And as a human we can miss something. Okay, maybe we added a product and one product is missed, or if we are doing checkout, like okay, so we are paying like 1000 rupees, and more money got deducted from our account. Okay, so in this scenario, if you want to test it repeatedly, okay, in regression we need to run these kind of scenarios repeatedly, and every time if you want to do it manually, it takes lots of time. Okay, so what Playwright can do, we can automate this script using any language which is mentioned here, like JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, Java, .NET. Any one language is sufficient, and once it is automated, you can run it in number of time, or you can schedule inside a CI/CD pipeline also. Okay, So now I hope you understood, okay, what is Playwright. Playwright is a free open source tool created by Microsoft to automate the browsers, okay, and it is used by most of the tester and developer also, and okay, to automate the browser part. Okay, so whatever the user can do the actions on the web application, navigation, filling form, checking out the product, so that can be automated. Okay, so you can automate anything which is related to browser. Okay, so now let's move to other key points. Okay, what kind of browsers are supported by Playwright? So Playwright support Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge, and we'll see in detail about the browser support also. So we call it as a cross browser. Okay, Playwright support all modern rendering engine. Okay, so if you go to Playwright website, you will see Playwright support like Chromium, WebKit, and Firefox. Okay, but here you will get confused, like what is this Chromium, what is this WebKit. Okay, Firefox you may be aware, okay, it's browser, like Chrome is browser, Edge is browser, but what is this Chromium and what is this WebKit? Okay, so in this table if you see, these are the engines actually. Okay, so nowadays you see lots of Ubuntu or these kind of operating system, different versions are there, but its core is same. Actually it is built on top of one single thing. Similarly, you see your Chrome browser or Microsoft Edge, Opera, Brave, all these browsers are developed on the top of Chromium engine. Okay, so base is Chromium, on the top of they developed the Chrome browser, Edge browser, Opera browser, and Brave. Okay, so you will see look and feel is different, everything, but within inside it, okay, it is same thing actually. Okay, Chromium, but on the top of they have added something. Similarly, okay, we have a WebKit. So what is a WebKit? Again, it is an engine. So it is maintained by Apple, and the browsers like Safari is created on the top of WebKit. Okay, so main part is WebKit, on the top of they have created a Safari browser, and earlier like Chrome also, like specifically before version 28 it was using the internally WebKit only, but nowadays the latest Chrome browser is built on the top of Chromium. Okay, and again next is we have a Firefox browser which is using Gecko, and it is maintained by Mozilla. Okay, I hope this is clear. So don't get confused what is meant by Chromium, WebKit, Firefox. So Playwright support these engines, that means indirectly Playwright support Chrome, Edge, Opera, Brave, Safari, Firefox, all these browsers. Okay, so I hope this is clear what is this Chromium, WebKit. These are some new keywords. Let's move to other language support. Okay, so language support, a Playwright API. Okay, Playwright is a library, but it's like API only which talks to browsers. Okay, so Playwright we can use in the different languages. If you know TypeScript or JavaScript or Python or .NET or Java, you will be able to write a script, okay, and automate the browser. So if you are new here, like if you are from manual testing, I will suggest to learn one of the language. Okay, the website, and if you scroll down, so we covered any browser it support, and we understood now what is this Chromium, WebKit also, and language support also it is written here. Okay, TypeScript, JavaScript, Python, .NET, and now let's understand the platform support. Okay, so what does mean by platform support? So we can write script once and run it on different applications. Okay, different platform. Okay, so once you know, once you write your script, let's say you have Windows machine, you are writing the automation script using Python, then you can run it on Windows, Linux, Mac OS. You can run it locally on Windows, Linux, Mac OS, or even in a CI. CI means like GitLab, GitHub, Bitbucket, Jenkins, and even you can run it in headless or headed mode. Okay, so what is meant by headless and headed mode? So headless means your script will run, but you will not see the browser. Okay, you will not able to see your application. And headed means you will see the execution, how it is happening and all. But if you take a Linux, okay, there is no, let's say there is no UI part, okay, graphical user interface. So there you have to always run in a headless mode only. Okay, so these are the some core features I have explained. What is Playwright, what are the core features of Playwright, like cross browser support, cross platform, cross language support. Okay, now let me talk about how it is different from the automation tools which are there. Let's talk about first Selenium. Okay, so if I go to Selenium website .dev, okay, I'm just going to the Selenium dev website, and we'll see like how it is different actually. Okay, so if you go to Selenium website, here you will see the download section, and you see the Selenium is also available in different languages like .NET, Ruby, Java, JavaScript, Python. Okay, this one thing is there, okay, which is there in a Playwright also. So what is different here? So if you go to cross browser, so Playwright support the browsers directly. Okay, you don't need to download a driver file, intermediate. Okay, so if you use a Selenium, once you write an automation script and you want to run in a Firefox browser, you need to use a Chrome driver exe. Okay, so nowadays, like in the latest version, you don't need to download it manually and set the path, but internally it is still using the Chrome driver to talk with the browser. Okay, similarly, if you want to run Selenium script on the Edge, you need a Edge driver. If you want to run Selenium script on Firefox, you need a Gecko driver. If you want to run your Selenium automation script on Firefox, you need a Safari driver. But in a Playwright, you don't need to do all these things. Okay, you don't need to do all these things. So Playwright can directly communicate with the browsers, so the execution speed you will see fast. Okay, as compared to Selenium, Playwright execution speed is fast. Okay, you will see your test will run very quickly and within a less time as compared to Selenium. So this is the advantage I can say. Also, Playwright supports like await. Okay, so if you go to the detail, like we will see those topics also, how to write coding and all. So let's say you are using TypeScript, we have await keyword in the Playwright. So what it does, let's say you are clicking, you are waiting for some element, right? So Playwright by default it wait for that element using await. Okay, so so automatically it will handle lots of things using auto wait feature. So if you go down, resilience, no flaky test, and how it benefit as compared to Selenium is, in Selenium also we can handle it, but we have to use the wait concept there, like implicit, explicit, fluent wait. We have to add the coding, we have to wait for the element. Okay, and that's how we can manage in Selenium. But Playwright has the inbuilt thing, so you will have less flaky test. I will not say like 100% no flaky test, there will be, but very less, the chances are very less. Okay, so this is one benefit. Playwright waits for element to be actionable. Okay, whatever the action you are performing, either it is click or select from drop down or wait for page load, so Playwright will do auto wait. Okay, there is a default wait timeout in the Playwright. Okay, but it will wait. Okay, so Playwright web first assertion. Playwright assertions are created specifically for dynamic web. Checks are automatically rendered until the necessary conditions met. So in the assertions also, okay. So if you are already using Selenium, so you may have used like testng, JUnit assertions there, right? So here in Playwright we have a Playwright test, okay. So we have a Playwright and Playwright test. So if you go to the documentation, okay, so here you will see the Playwright test also. So there are two parts actually. One is the Playwright and one is a Playwright test. So Playwright is a library, is a main, and Playwright test will provide all the test related things, methods like test, before all, after all, like we have a testng in Selenium, JUnit in Selenium, we have different annotations, right? Before, after, before all, after all. So in Playwright we have the Selenium test. So we have to import the Playwright test actually to use this assertion, and to automate browser we will be just importing the Playwright here, okay. So that's the difference here, okay. So we have seen a few things about how it is different from Selenium. Tracing, okay. So Playwright have all these things, okay. It has a GUI kind of things also, so where you can see the tracing, capture the screenshot, videos, okay. So lots of inbuilt features are there in a Playwright, okay, but in Selenium we don't have it. Another difference, if we want to talk, it is like setup part also. So in Selenium you need to do the setup manually. Lots of things we have to configure manually, but in Playwright everything is automated, okay. So if you are using the TypeScript or JavaScript, you should install the Node.js first, and you just run some command, npm install Playwright, okay, and it does everything for you, okay. It does everything for you. It will just ask like some question, do you want to install browser binary and all, are you using TypeScript or JS, what is your folder name, test folder name, and it will create everything like code for you, like basic structure for you, okay. So it is like what we say, automated process, okay. So now next we will see it is like fully isolation, okay, fast execution, okay. So we will go into the deep, but I'll tell you at high level. Let's say parallel testing means if you have 100 tests, I want to run 10 tests at a time, so that my test execution regression should get completed in a very less time. So in Selenium also we can do the parallel testing, but in Playwright how it is different, we have browser context here, okay. So we'll go, don't get confused because still we are going through the introduction part. So consider if you take a Node.js, if you know if you know the if you are developer will know like how Node.js work, and if you are tester also, I'll tell you. Playwright create a workers actually, okay. Like we have a threads in the Selenium. When you are running in parallel, there are multiple threads. In Playwright it will create a worker like process, okay. It will create a process, and each test will run in a different process, okay. If you have a test 10 tests, and if you are running 10 tests parallelly, it will create a 10 workers, okay. That we have to configure anyway in the Playwright. If you configure 10, it will run 10. If you configure 5, it will configure 5. It is inbuilt feature, okay, which is not there in Selenium. In Selenium we have to implement it. So each test is running in separate process. Okay, we cannot means test 1 data will be different and test 2 data will be different, okay. They cannot share their variables between each other. In Selenium we have to handle that manually, but here each test run independently. So consider each process is like one system, okay. It is not actually system, but consider we have 10 different machines, and my 10 tests are running in 10 different machines. So if I call another test variable also, you will be not able to call it, because there is no connection. Okay, those are independent process actually. Okay, so the execution is very fast. They run in independent process, or we say it is worker. Okay, in Selenium we have to do handle like thread safety, okay, everything. Okay, uh, let's talk about some more topics. What is there in Playwright inbuilt? We have some powerful tools are there, like CodeGen, which generate the test using the recording your action. So if you want to record some script, you can record like basic script you can record. But when we go to framework part, like Playwright automation framework, okay, we will be using different concept there, like page object model, locator separation, configuration. Okay, to easily maintain the framework, we will create it modularized. But if you want to create a plain script, this CodeGen will be able to help you. Okay, so if someone asks, is Playwright support record and playback? Yes, there is a CodeGen which can record the script. Okay, so we have a Playwright inspector also, which can inspect page, generate a selection, step through the test execution, see click point. Okay, and trace viewer is there, so it will have all the DOM, snapshot, action, screenshot, everything in the trace viewer window. Okay, we will see GUI actually. Okay, and there we will see it. Okay, so yeah, I have tried to cover most of the things. Finally, just okay, you can visit this website, and you can self explore some of the documentation also. I'll just tell you. On this first page, you will find the core features of the Playwright, how it is different from Selenium, means like the auto wait and all these things. Documentation is there, so installation, writing test, everything. Okay, timeout, libraries, everything. API. So as I told, like I said earlier, Playwright API. So these are libraries actually, but we call it as API reference. Okay, so we have Playwright test also. So this, like, it is like a test ng JUnit in Selenium, and Playwright is again another things. Okay, so if you want to know what are the things are included in Playwright, like Playwright has Chromium, devices, error, Firefox, request, selection, WebKit, and test have all these things, like test, after all, after each, before all, describe, info. Okay, skip the test. Okay, these are the different things are there. So if you want to know more about Playwright test, go here and check all this method, how it work, how to use these methods. And if you want to be specific with Playwright library, you will find it here. Okay, and these are the language support. So if you are using other language, make sure you are switching it. So if I go to Python, I will get all the references related to Python. Okay, this is a Python code. If we are using like JavaScript or TypeScript, go to Node.js. Okay, you will see the syntaxes here. Similarly, if you are using Java, go here, and if you see, like, it's like Java code. In Java, how we can launch the Chrome browser and all. Okay, and if you are using .NET, go to the .NET, and here you will see the .NET syntax. And last, we have here community. Okay, there are like conference videos are recorded, you can go through it. Feature video, learn videos, MCP videos. Okay, so lots of videos also are there, and live streams also. Okay, which is really helpful for you. Okay, so if you don't want to miss the if you like this video and the explanation, please don't forget to subscribe this video. Okay, which will encourage me to make more videos about this Playwright series. So this is anyway, this is first video, but if you subscribe and press the bell icon, you will get the notification for my next video also. Yeah, thank you.